Hey, I'm Kaz, the channel for the higher light.
And I'm Sally, your energetic guide and card reader.
This is the quantum thread.
A space to demystify energy, explore consciousness, and empower you to trust your inner truth. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Quantum Thread. It is now episode 12, Kaz. Can you believe it?
12 episodes. That's fantastic.
Mm.
And I'm still aiming for that 100.
Well, watch this space. Only a few more weeks to go, for sure.
Yeah.
So I thought, these shows are all about helping people transition from 3D to 5D. And I think as we're going through sometimes it feels like you're in the washing machine, just being tossed around up and down and, in the theme park of life. And I found just sort of this week is one of the themes that's come up is about remembering to stop and pause and put the oxygen mask on yourself as we're going through this transition to, especially as empaths, we're very good at giving, but very hard to like stop and, put ourselves first or take stock and realize there's only one of us and we have limited time and energy. And if we don't put that
Yeah.
oxygen mask on, we're just going to be no good to anybody else. So have you found that at all recently?
Absolutely. I'm definitely taking some big, deep breaths in of stillness. The
Mm-hmm.
universe has created a space for me. The person I live with has gone to Queensland for a holiday after I've just come back from one. So I've got the place to myself and I'm really feeling my own energy. It's really different and it's very healing.
It is very healing, isn't it? Having that space. You can just, run around naked if you want to, but, you can do
Yeah.
what you like.
I'd
Very.
have to remove all the mirrors first.
And someone came and stayed here and they said, Sal, you've got so many mirrors in this house. That was, oh, it's hilarious. Part of the feng shui, though, So,
Yep.
but also, I say to my clients when you pass in the mirror, that's a good time to check your posture, bring your shoulders back and stand up straight. And, mirrors are very good and they are reflective, aren't they?
Yes, and so is your posture. I have
Mm.
found that from my earlier journey, when I was like
Yeah.
hunched over, the more I got to know myself, the more I let it out, let it go, let it out, the more I turned to the light, the straighter I got. And
Yeah. Wow.
it kind of happened automatically. There was no stand up straight, all that army drill type stuff. It
Yeah.
just was a natural progression and an opening of light. And it was really bizarre for me to notice that. I'm walking different and I
Mm.
didn't do anything physically to achieve that. It was all spiritually and emotionally.
I love that because everything flows easier when you have better posture, when you're standing up straight. Your oxygen comes in and it goes into all your cells better. Hunched
Yep,
over at the desk all the time, it's constricting
yep,
stuff. And there's nothing more attractive than a confident person. And your posture represents how you're feeling about yourself. So, yeah,
yep,
interesting. So, coming back to this oxygen mask stuff, I know a lot of people find it hard because there's so many people in need at the moment, particularly at the moment, and needing help, support, and whatever. But it's very important to put those boundaries up and look, respect your own time and energy. And I think sometimes we can get caught up in not doing that, just giving, 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 because people are in need. But if you don't look after
yeah,
yourself, I know myself, I get so exhausted. Like this energy at the moment, I'm in bed by 9:30, like used to
yeah,
be heard of. And it's just like there's not much left in the tank at the end of the night. So
yeah.
you have to go to bed earlier. And my dreams have been intense. I don't know about yours, but well, I look forward to going to bed. It's still restless sleeps, but intense dreams. Wow.
There's a lot of soul travel out there at the moment overnight. So if you're a light worker overnight while you're asleep, you are definitely out there getting things done. More so with the planets at the moment, that is heightened. So
Mm.
yeah, your dreams will be heightened. That you may. I wake up feeling like I've been hit by a truck. Like like I've got five hangovers all at once and I haven't had a drink for years. So it's happening to us all. And that's something that we need to remember as well. It's not us alone, it's all of us. So we all need to put that oxygen mask on ourselves and to remind each other to put the oxygen mask on each other, on
Mm,
themselves, because
mm,
we all forget,
mm.
and it's so easy to say, hey, how about you take a breather this week or today or for 5 minutes or whatever. Remind each other.
I think
Self-love.
I think that's really important because, as you said, it's all part of the collective. We're all part of the oneness, and so we
Yeah.
all need to do it together. Because often I'm seeing it so much at the moment, but people just get caught up in all the drama that's going on, and that's become the new normal. And I think the new normal needs to be to step back and have those breaks and have that healing time, just that pause, just the pause
Yeah.
and craziness. So it's in the spaces in between. That's where we need to be focusing on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's when you get beyond that chaos, when you learn to stop focusing on it. I mean, I was lucky I was an early bloomer. I had my 5,000 episodes of burnout early in life. So I learnt early
Yeah.
to take good care of myself.
Mm.
And, it's still a daily thing. It still has to be very consciously and deliberately done, even though I've been doing it for so many years.
Yeah, good point. It is everything that's coming up. It's just it's a practice and it's a daily thing. It's staying consistent. And that's what the channel said the other day was just, stay consistent
Consistent.
action. Yep, consistency and that daily practice of taking good care of yourself. Love that. Yes, absolutely.
And consistency doesn't have to look like a rigid schedule.
Mm,
This is one problem I used to have. So I can't do consistency, I can't do every day at 9 o'clock
mm,
and 10 o'clock and 50, I can't do that. That's not consistency. Consistency is always coming back
mm,
to where you want to be, always coming back to what you do. It doesn't matter, if 9, 10, 11 doesn't suit you, do it day by day. If that doesn't suit you, do it week by week. Whatever the easiest consistency is for you, go for that
mm.
and be happy with your consistency. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's.
That's a really, really, really good point. And the aim of these podcasts too is to be relatable because we have busy schedules, right? And it's just like, oh damn,
Yeah,
I know some things I do need to do in the morning because otherwise they won't get done. But other than that, if I exercise, it doesn't matter where it is. I just have exercise in the day and I make it work. That's my treat, actually. My treat is right now you can go for a walk for an hour because you've done all these other things. And I so look forward to it. Whereas if I did it first thing in the morning, that's my energy spurt is in the morning, and so that's where I use my brain stuff. And my
yeah,
walking is when I just allow the noise to go and the stress to leave, and to walk it out and balance the energies. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Let routines take care of themselves
Mm.
rather than trying to control them.
Love that. You always have such wide words. Oh, it's because you must be connected to the golden group, right?
Of course, yeah.
I love that. Right.
I
Yep.
do a sacred prayer
Yep.
and intention session with myself before I do any work like this.
Mm.
So the guides are here, they're waiting, they're dropping in their inspiration, and you know,
Yeah, I love it. I would
they
love.
know the drill.
Hey, what was that?
They know the drill.
They do know the drill. I would just love their just sort of, just some input, at the moment with what's going on,
You want
because
me to go in?
I would love you to. And we're just sort of like let's hand the floor over to them and see what they've got to say today, because there's so much going on at the moment. So Kaz is just getting herself in channel mode, connecting in and connecting into the golden group. They are just so beautifully warm and nurturing and always so insightful and very eloquent, as is Kaz. So I'd love to see what they've got to say today.
And we most definitely love you too, Miss Sally. We welcome you here today and thank you very much in creating this space. How may we serve?
Well, I was just thank you so much for joining us again today. And I was just talking to Kaz the channel about I would just love, there's so much going on at the moment in this world. It can be perceived to be crazy. And we were talking about having, making a daily practice of taking good care of yourself and creating space to just be. But, from the outside looking in, so to speak, have you got any sort of insights or tips for us, or with what we're going through at the moment, what do you think is the most important thing to be focusing on?
The most important thing to be focusing on is
Mm,
always the inner world, despite the chaos
mm,
that you perceive to be all around you within the world. It is your inner world where you'll find the peace, the grace, the love, the wisdom, and all the other tools you need
mm,
to make your life the creation that you deserve. And once you realize this and you form the habit of breathing yourself back to your center
mm,
and letting go of the ripples of chaos, the faster you will open to the light and be who you came to be. There
that,
is nothing wrong with helping to fix the outside world.
mm,
Helping others is a wonderful thing to do, but to be able to do that from a state of centeredness, that is the
mm,
key to remaining. When your mind thinks chaos, allow your mind to think peace.
mm, mm,
For the chaos is only an illusion, and it is the inner world where the energy can be alchemized and you can
mm,
climb the ladder of timelines so that you can reach a timeline that does not contain any of that chaos. It is a process, one of beliefs, one of action that you have to take in order to become realized in your highest self, living life on your highest timeline, eliminating all of that chaos from your life completely.
mm,
There are so many, infinite, in fact, timelines. When you let go of the chaos in your mind, you begin to bring in more light, more joy. And the further you step away from that chaos, it doesn't exist anymore. And that is not because you are wrong in turning your back on chaos, but because it simply does not exist. The world on higher timelines already is at peace. It already is in full disclosure, working daily with interdimensional beings. These are the timelines of the future. These are the timelines on the higher realms, and you are the portal to get there. Your inner world, your mind, your heart, your gut, your soul can transport yourself there. Imagine yourself sitting on a train and closing your eyes You are seeing the past fly from behind, through. It's gone. It's gone. If you turn around, it is the same thing. But if you are looking at the future, you can see it coming into you, and you can see the many levels and the angles and the geometries that you can shift and turn into to create for yourself the path of perfection. That is not earthly perfection. That is self-realization. That is the beautiful, beautiful heaven on earth. That is so much more than even the most awakened person on earth has yet discovered. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Making me hot. Oh, welcome back, Kaz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just did a great little visualization. It was gorgeous, actually. It was
I
really
don't know where I went.
well, I think you went into the future. It was fabulous. It was just it's so good to be reminded that the chaos is an illusion. It just is an illusion. And it's just so there's so many different timelines playing out at the same time, and it's just
Oh, yes,
climb,
absolutely.
climb that ladder into the higher timelines. But we just did a little bit visualization. Imagine you're on a train, closing your eyes, and it's shooting past. The past is just shooting past, and it's just like that's
Shooting through you, yeah.
but then when you're looking forward, it's into the future, and it's all the sacred geometry. It's the creations. What are you creating? And it's sort of in this dark void, and it's just oh, it's just so beautiful. I mean, I got really hot. I had to take my top off, but
Yeah, it depends on where you look and
yeah,
where you want to go. Like,
yeah. And the past was just shooting
and
past,
it's
kind of
your
like a speeding
choice.
train. Yeah, yeah. And it's the path of perfection where it's so beautiful. It's like, heaven on earth is the words, but having
Oh,
this,
yeah,
yeah, just amazing,
yeah.
so beautiful. Oh, I just love what comes.
Let's ask the cards, shall we?
Of course, eliminating chaos from your life completely. Like it just seems so foreign to me, but they just said let go of the chaos in your mind, and the portal is through your mind, your heart, your gut, and your soul. And just I don't know, letting go of the chaos in your mind, bringing in more light and joy. So let's see what card.
Yeah, a lot of people I think feel guilty because, taught that you can't turn your back on
Hmm.
someone who needs your help. And, don't turn your back on someone who is physically here that needs your help. Of course not. Give them all the bread they need. I didn't say that, somebody else said that. That was coming from above. But like, don't feel guilty
Mm,
because you're imagining a better world for everyone, because that's the way to get it.
yeah, yeah.
So,
This
let
imagination.
go of the shame, let go of all of that, because turn the news off and don't feel bad because you're not keeping up with the world, because you're creating a new one. So let yourself create.
Absolutely. And once again, it's the imagination that keeps coming through channel after channel. And the channel said, the Golden Group said, helping others, it's important to help others, but from the side of centeredness. And that was they saying, letting go of the ripples of chaos and
Yeah.
just be more open to who you're meant to be, but breathing you back into that center point. And so you're helping people from that centeredness place in that center point where you're stable. It's like, you're not getting caught in the chaos. It's just you're very stable, centered, anchored, and helping people from that place. And it's just practice. Once again, it's always from a habit.
Yeah.
Breathing back into your center. Once again, they mentioned the habit.
Consistently come back to your center. Come back. Doesn't
Back.
matter how many times you get knocked out. Just come back.
Yeah.
Like me and my trying to walk, trying to go on wanders all the time. It's like there's no consistency there, but I keep going back. So that's consistent enough.
Yeah, absolutely. So the interesting card we pulled today is choose color, because color is energy. Use it powerfully to shift and lift your vibe by connecting to the frequency of color. So once again, center yourself with a color. That's why I created my clothing, was to center you in line with the chakra energy, right? So like behind me, we've got choose to trust. It's your third eye, intuition one. And the red is choose to be anchored. Get yourself anchored ground, get your roots firmly into the ground. Color is so powerful, and it really does help shift and lift your energy. So if you're feeling a bit wobbly, see what color you're drawn to and wear that, because that's going to energetically lift you as well.
You can also, I think when I was at my lowest point, I wore a lot of black. So to kind of pull yourself out of some colors as well.
Well,
Yeah.
Melbourne, that's why I created a color range, because Melbourne, where I live, it's all black and gray. It's all just everything's black. But it's also a heavy energy. So, black is funerals. So, there's lots around color. So, yeah, interesting. But once again, same message, be consistent, create those habits. But it doesn't have to be a routine of hard-ass routine. It's just everyday doing the things. It doesn't matter where you do it. So being gentle on yourself in that sense, not so regimented, but just practicing. And as the Golden Group just form a habit to breathe back into your center. Just stay in that center space. And climb the ladder onto the higher timelines, and just out of this illusion of chaos, because there's so much around us. Don't watch the TV, don't watch the news, all that sort of stuff. Like, ooh. It's all been normalized, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Heavy, dark sitcoms, and saddens me sometimes when I watch stuff and think that it's the most popular shows. And
I know. I'm with you. I just shake my head and go, this is the top rating show in Australia. Where's your common denominator here with your intelligence? But it's doing something for a reason. So yeah. Well, Kaz, thank you so much for bringing through the Golden Group again and sharing your wisdom and insights on episode 12. We've got, what's that leave, 88 to go to hit your goal of 100.
We'll be there soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again on our next episode, which will be number 3.
Thank you, everyone.
See you soon. Bye. That's it for this episode of The Quantum Thread.
If you have questions you'd like answered by the channel or topics you want us to explore, reach out anytime.
You can connect with Kaz for private channel sessions, or with either of us for support on your journey.
Until next time, keep tuning in, trusting yourself, and following your inner thread.